Woo! Nothing like some Cuban coffee at night to stay awake until 4 in the morning, hunting for altcoin gems for you guys. Today is a great day. What I have to talk about with you over the next few minutes in this video is the largest XRP giveaway that we're doing all year long, with XRP sitting at $2.63 right now. I made this post yesterday on Twitter saying if XRP hits $5 before January 1st, I'll give away 500 XRP to one person who likes this post on Twitter and is following my account at RunLifeNick. So far, we've had about 486 comments, 1,000 likes. So let's run this up all through December. I hope XRP hits $5. I think that would be absolutely incredible. So we went from 500 followers to 1,781. You guys are absolutely incredible. So I got a jam-packed video for you today. We're diving more in depth on the Bitcoin stock-to-flow model, comparing XRP to Tesla and what happened after the 7-year consolidation phase was over and what to look out for over the next year. MicroStrategy's recent Bitcoin move that is extremely bullish for the market. Donald Trump naming the new SEC chair as Gary Gensler gets ready to step down January 20th. A layer 1 cryptocurrency that is primed to absolutely explode over the next few months with some of the most bullish news that I'm seeing happening in the markets right now. Potentially positioning this project as the next cryptocurrency to get an ETF approval potentially before XRP. And 2 microcap meme coin projects that are sub $10 million that I'm adding to my portfolio, and I'll explain the reasons why over the next few minutes. So if you guys are feeling bullish, comment 777. If you're feeling blessed, comment 777. And if you're going to become the first millionaire in your family tree, confirm it by tapping the subscribe button. I'm going to go get more Cuban coffee. I'll be right back with you. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So after knocking back 2 shots of that, I'm not sleeping for probably 3 days straight. So let's dive right in the markets and talk about what's taking place. So make sure you guys are entered in for that giveaway. If XRP hits $5 before the end of the year, that's $2,500 worth of XRP. Then we'll pick one winner. Again, shout out to Michael Wright for winning 100 XRP, even though XRP didn't hit $2 within 7 days of my last post. I just said, screw it, we're going to do the giveaway anyways. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video. So with XRP seeing a sell-off over the past 24 hours, you can see XRP drop from $2.90 all the way down to $2.21. But this dip was bought up relatively quick. Now we are coming back within a strong zone of resistance right here that acted as support ever since the breakout for XRP since the 2nd of December. Until it bounced off it on the 3rd of December. And then it just dropped right through it really quick to liquidate a lot of leverage traders. And as you guys can see right here with these long wicks to the downside of these candle bodies right here, that shows that bulls were very aggressive to buy up the price, which shows there's a very strong zone of demand right here as support for XRP. But as we rally back up here into this zone, it's going to now act as resistance. So if XRP does not break and close above roughly $2.60 some cents where we're at right now and hold this as support, we could potentially see another sell-off to the downside in the short term. So for me to consider adding more XRP or some potential leverage positions, now is a very cautious area. I would not be entering any leverage right here. Again, not financial advice. These videos are purely for education, informational purposes only, because crypto is very risky. You could lose money in these markets, especially if you're trading on leverage. But with how XRP has been acting recently with these massive breakouts, if we clear this zone right here, it's very well quite possible that XRP goes for another leg up, between $3 to $4 to retest the all-time high before we see, a much deeper correction and consolidation going into Christmas like this. So whether this rally for XRP is done or we have one final leg up on the macro, if we zoom out here on the weekly chart, this has blown everybody's expectations out of the water for XRP. I mean, this thing just went from 50 cents all the way upwards of nearly $3 so fast and so sudden. And I prepared you guys for this. I hope you're ready for this. I said, watch, when XRP moves, it moves quick. It does these green candles in a matter of a day or two, and you just see the price do like multiples of 2, 3, or 4x, just like it's done every single bull run. Now, we didn't know how high it was going to be. We just knew that a breakout was due for XRP, and I would expect there to be a pullback at some point of 40 to 60%. If we go back to the past, we saw this exact same thing happen for this bull run right here. When XRP broke out, it came all the way back to the high of November of 2013, and it wicked a little bit above it, upwards of 7 cents. And then this pullback on the right-hand side of the screen that you can see was 60 something percent. And it took from the 27th of March, that sell-off was about 7 days for 60%, consolidated within this range. And then it was about 35 days later, then XRP broke out again to the upside. So if we see something like that happen again for XRP, and let's say, for example, the high, it could be in at $2.90. Well, if we measure what a 50% pullback would be for XRP, that's $1.35. A 60% pullback would be back down to $1.15 to back test this previous area right here that acted as resistance for the complacency stage bounce. So I'm just holding on to a chunk of my XRP for the long term. And in order for me to consider adding more XRP to my spot position right here, I would want to see the price come back down within this range and consolidate going into Christmas. And then for us to continue to the upside is my expectations. Now, this would be predicated on Bitcoin breaking out, because as you guys can see, if we switch the XRP chart to the daily and we compare that to Bitcoin, or let's even put it on the hourly chart for XRP to get more into the details here for you. You can see this move right here for Bitcoin from the 26th of November when Bitcoin bounced from $91,000 upwards of $98,000. Well, XRP made the move from roughly $1.30 up to $1.70. And then when Bitcoin topped out up here on the right-hand side of the screen, that's when XRP was at $1.60. And Bitcoin started to chop around for a little bit, inevitably came all the way down to $93,000, giving XRP enough time to breathe to rally all the way up to nearly $2. So this is great to see, because as Bitcoin cools off between $90,000 to $100,000, it's giving altcoins in the top 10, specifically the ISO projects recently, time to breathe and make a breakout as well too. That is much needed because they've been suppressed during the entire Bitcoin bull run, basically all through 2023. So when Bitcoin makes the next move into price discovery past the all-time high, I would expect altcoins to lag behind a little bit, potentially even pull back. And that's where we could see a potential 40% or 60% pullback for, XRP and the other ISO projects. And then when Bitcoin sees the next cool off phase, somewhere around $108,000, $112,000, I would expect for Bitcoin, maybe even up to $120,000 when it cools off, I would expect altcoins like XRP to make the next move up. And so it really depends how much juice XRP has left in the short term. Like I said, maybe it pushes up to $3 to $4, then we see a deeper correction while Bitcoin then makes the move past $100,000. So in terms of risk to reward ratio right now, I'm not entering into XRP because, like I just mentioned, we just broke below this key support right here, and now we are rallying back up into it, treating it as resistance. So unless XRP holds, $2.60 as support and we break higher, I would expect the price to see another sell-off back down to this area right here as support in the short term. And then we'll reevaluate the XRP price chart, because if that were to happen, this may very well be a head and shoulders pattern where the left shoulder was right here on the 2nd of December. We see the neckline all the way down here at roughly $2.20 something cents. The head could be all the way up here since these are pretty equal wicks. The support, $2.20. And this could very well be the right shoulder right here that XRP sees a rejection from. Now, if XRP just blasts through $2.70 and goes back and passes the all-time high, that completely invalidates this head and shoulder pattern. But what I'm going to be watching for is this zone of support right here for XRP. And in the meantime, I'm looking elsewhere for other chains and other projects that have yet to run. Because overall, in the short term, yes, XRP could experience a 50, 60% pullback. That just provides a better entry point. But in the long term, this project's just going to continue to do well. Look at what happened to Tesla over the course of a 7-year consolidation phase. Virtually nothing around like the $5 to $30 region. And then once it broke through the all-time high, Tesla absolutely exploded into $300+ for over $400 something. So I think over the next 6 to 12 months, XRP is going to have that explosive move. And then of course, we'll probably go into a bear market at the tail end of 2025 that'll last a year from top to bottom. We form a new base that's much higher than the old base of the bear market lows. So we might never see XRP below $1 again. And then the next bear market, from roughly 2026 to 2028, we accumulate XRP again. And then by 2030, when they have the sustainable development goals, the whole entire ISO standard is live, the whole banking system is restructured, that's when I expect XRP to perform the best. And so While you might think you're late with this recent rally up, there's still plenty of opportunities in the crypto space to make a lot of money before this bull run is over. And when we look at the Bitcoin stock to flow model, this shows us that there's still plenty of time left. Sure, you're not early and you weren't accumulating down here unless you were subscribed to the Bull Runners channel when we were buying the bottom at 15 to 16K for Bitcoin and accumulating altcoins all through this entire phase, all through right here when Bitcoin was sub $30,000. That's when I was deploying the majority of my income into the market. But I know you don't really care about that. You want to know when is the best time for you to deploy income or get out of the market. And so if we zoom in right here, we are after Bitcoin's halving, 7 months after Bitcoin's halving. So that's why Bitcoin is due for a breakout. And we see Bitcoin on the verge of another massive move to the upside. So as we transition from orange to yellow, based on the days until the next halving, what is that going to look like for Bitcoin? Well, look at the last cycle. Bitcoin's halving was in May. Bitcoin consolidated until it broke the high roughly in October. So we have May, June, July, August, September, October, 6 months of consolidation. Bitcoin was due for a breakout. We saw this breach above here to the high, little consolidation period, then another rally all the way up to $40,000, a little sell-off, then going from orange to yellow. That's when Bitcoin formed the first peak above the stock to flow line. So when Bitcoin makes the next move up to get into yellow, which is roughly, 1,100 to 1,000 days until the next halving, that's when I would expect Bitcoin to make a major peak sometime in early 2025. And then see some type of summer lull. You see May, sell in May, go away. Last bull run by May 8th, Bitcoin was at $58,000. And then by July, so May, June, July, 3 months later, it was at $49,000. And so we're riding this momentum up into quarter one, maybe quarter two-ish of 2025. And then I'm going to be hedging a lot of my income on this phase right here when we get ready to go from yellow to green. And I'll be sharing that with you guys. Inside of Altcoin Pro University, we have over 621 members right now. Our goal is to help over 1,000 people by the end of this month set their portfolio up for life. So when you click the link in the description below, all you need to do is go into the classroom at the top and start here. Watch each and every single one of these videos. We have live call recordings. We just did a call a day or two ago on our monthly markets call, breaking down everything that you need to know over the next 30 days of what we're expecting. You can go through crypto foundations, building blocks of Web3, crypto security to protect your funds so you don't get scammed or hacked, Web3 blueprint, diving into DeFi. And look at this. We have all these other courses coming up like portfolio management strategy. We have the crypto tax mastery bonus for you guys. So I'm not going to talk too much about this, but our research team has done an incredible job of putting this all together for you guys. And we're going to continuously have constant updates to this throughout the rest of this bull run. So step number one, click the link below, get started, introduce yourself. We have 1,200 comments right here, and then go through the classroom, our announcements, general discussion, market updates, our altcoin picks, anything that we're going to cover on YouTube or post in our Telegram group or send to our email list, we post inside of Altcoin Pro first. So check those out if you want to get first movers advantage, and then everything else such as airdrop picks, crypto news, question and answers. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post them in here. Our research team will get back to you, and our community will as well too. Anytime you win, post your wins. We'd love to shout you out. Because when we see Bitcoin's dominance break down to 40%, we're going to see altcoins absolutely explode. And our team is always on the lookout for the top projects, a couple of which I'm going to share with you guys towards the end of this video. So hang tight. I know you're going to love it. But MicroStrategy, one of the biggest Bitcoin bulls, bought another 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. And right now, Michael Saylor's company holds 402,000 Bitcoin. After every buy, Bitcoin hits its all-time high. Last buy was at $95,000. So look at the last time that MicroStrategy made a big Bitcoin purchase back in 2021. The last time back here, 2016, 2017, the time before then, the previous bull run. So if MicroStrategy has that much money and they're deploying into Bitcoin, they're not just random guessing here. Michael Saylor understands what's going to happen in the future because he has more money than virtually everybody on this planet. And what does he understand that most people don't? Well, we are seeing a major leadership change in the United States. For example, Donald Trump becoming president, getting sworn in January 20th. And now he just named Paul Atkins as the new SEC chair. He's a pro-crypto trailblazer, and he's going to be leading the SEC and making massive wins for the crypto industry. He's known for his forward-thinking stance on digital assets, promising to deliver clear, innovative-friendly regulations that could finally put the U.S. at the forefront of global crypto leadership and adoption. So this is a complete game changer, guys. The message is very clear. Trump is setting the precedent. That's innovation comes first. America comes first. So for the next few months, I don't see a reality in which Bitcoin doesn't break $100,000. I would be very, very shocked if that doesn't happen. Now, when Bitcoin makes the next leg up, like I talked about, again, anything could happen, but that rotation into altcoins is going to be massive because the whole market cap of this industry is sitting at $3.4 trillion. I mean, Brad Garlinghouse predicted that the industry would be at $5 trillion. So that's another, what, $1.6 trillion over the next 27 days. If that happens, we're going to see billions of dollars flow into the top projects. And one layer one project that I see absorbing a large chunk of that liquidity, other than XRP, and even potentially getting an ETF approval, maybe before XRP, because of how the lawsuit's going to play into factors, and we still have to wait for Gary Gensler to step down after January 20th, could be Solana. Now, as you guys know, I've made videos comparing Solana to Sui. I'm very bullish on both. I think Sui is going to do very well as it's sitting at $11 billion market cap. Now, Solana is a little bit higher of a market cap. XRP did pass Solana, but I think Solana is going to start playing catch up here soon. And here's the reason why. Grayscale just filed for a Solana ETF with the New York Stock Exchange. Now, the moment that this happened last time when Grayscale filed for a Bitcoin ETF was earlier this year in January, allowing investors to access Bitcoin through a traditional investment vehicle. And the SEC approved Grayscale's application to turn the trust into an ETF right around here in January when Bitcoin was all the way down at like $38,000. We saw the approval come in, and look at what happened to Bitcoin after that. Bitcoin absolutely exploded and it went all the way upwards of $74,000. So that move with Bitcoin from the 23rd of January all the way up here took roughly 51 days, and it did nearly a 2x. It was like 90%. Now, if we compare Bitcoin's price chart on the right compared to Solana on the left, we can see some similarities here. Solana just recently broke the high on the left-hand side of the screen of roughly $208, and it went into price discovery. It's currently pulling back in the short term right now on the daily chart. Look at what happened with Bitcoin. When Bitcoin attempted to breach the high, we saw this rally all the way up to the high. We saw this short-term temporary little pullback right here. Now, we are seeing Solana pull back a little bit above the high, but in my opinion, it's very similar to what happened for Bitcoin after this pullback. Before we saw Bitcoin absolutely explode to the upside in this massive back-to-back daily green candles to the all-time high. So the fact that Solana right now is sitting at $235, and if we scroll all the way to the left, you can see the all-time high for Solana is $263. Well, what this is right here on Solana's chart is just a massive cup and handle formation on the macro. For example, if we draw from the all-time high back in November 2021 to the high of March of 2024, you can see the cup right here where Solana has just formed this nice rounded bottom formation all through the bear market, bounce off this part of the cup, right here off this part of the cup, consolidate for a bit, come all the way down to the low at $8. And our research team posted Solana all the way at the low right here and said Solana is going to be one of the best trades going into 2023. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened as it started to make a recovery after this consolidation phase right here. Look at this. It bounced off this right-hand side of the rounded bottom, came all the way up here. And now what we're going through right now is it breakout from the handle on the right-hand side of the screen. So if I draw another cup right here, or I could even take the parallel channel and just connect the dots right here. And this is basically a massive bull flag right here. And so what you do for a bull flag is you take the entire length of the flagpole. So in this case, it could be all the way down to $20 for Solana, all the way up to the high. And then you put that at the breakout point, which just happened recently. So if I were to zoom in right here, the breakout point was on the 5th of November. Again, I make no guarantees here, but the top of that flagpole is $1,600 for Solana. So where we are right now, if I were to just measure that, that's over 600% from where we are currently. Now, you guys know Solana is one of the leading layer ones alongside Sui, alongside Ethereum. It's in the top 10. So Solana definitely is not going away this bull run. And we just saw a break and a close above the previous high of March, and we bounced right off of it. So for Solana to hold this support, extremely bullish. I think that when Solana makes the next move up, it has to pass obviously $260, the resistance from that recent move. But when that takes place, I think Solana moves very, very quick, similar to what happened for Bitcoin when Bitcoin breached above $90,000. And then we see another consolidation for Solana. It doesn't mean that it goes all the way up to, the top of this flagpole right away. It might take some time going into 2025 towards the end of the bull run. And then we see, bear market kick into play. But I don't see why Solana couldn't make it up to, $1,600 this bull run. If we draw the Fibonacci extension tool from the previous high of 2021 to the bear market low, that's a little bit above a full extension. A full extension is 1,078. We tend to see sometimes extensions above a 4.236 during a massive bull market rally for leading projects that absorb a lot of liquidity. And is one of those projects. So the least that I could see Solana doing is at least $600 to $1,000 this bull run. And when Solana makes that move, we're going to see the Solana ecosystem category on Coinbase absolutely fire off. Look at this, guys. You can see meme coins is number one, Solana ecosystem. Now, when you merge those two together, what do you get? You get Solana meme coins. And so you can see there's a lot of large cap projects on here, like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, that's on, Ethereum, Dogecoin on Binance Smart Chain. We got Dog with Hat at $3.2 billion market cap, Floki on the Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Brett on the base chain. So a lot of these large cap projects are going to do well. I mean, you could just pick any of them or diversify across the large caps to do well. But where are the micro cap gems that have that 50 or 100x potential this entire bull run? Well, you have to go to Dex Screener for that. But more importantly, if you join Altcoin Pro University, we're going to share these projects with you guys first. Now, here's one project that I just added to my portfolio, a very small position. Now, I don't do any more than like 1% or 0.05%, which is 0.5% of my crypto portfolio in lower market cap stuff, just to play it safe, because these are higher risk. But this project right here is called Size. It's on the Solana blockchain. It is sitting at a $5.4 million market cap. The liquidity is at 344,000. 96% of it is locked. And right here, you can see that it says it's burnt. You can see the volume in the past 24 hours is $404,000. And it recently had a run up from the end of November. And this thing, look at this wick all the way up here, guys. It shows that whales are coming into this project. It rallied all the way to 2 cents. Now, of course, it had a big sell-off. We see on these first initial wave 1 rallies in the Elliott waves, what takes place is we see the project go from a low, it forms a high. In this case, it could be this wick. And then we see wave number 2 come in for a corrective low. Now, whether wave number 2 is in now or this project comes a little bit further to the downside, we will see. But if wave number 2 is in right now, wave number 3 is usually the most explosive wave. And then we see corrective wave number 4. And then we see Elliott wave number 5 finish up the final wave in the rally. And then usually what happens is those Elliott waves, those 5 Elliott waves, act now as wave number 1 in a much more macro 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave. And then we usually see something like a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 in each subsector of the wave. And then we see an ABC correction on the way down, A, B, C. So let me zoom in here so you can fully understand this. So because this project wicked all the way up here at like 0.028, we're seeing the A, potentially a B wave form coming back up to roughly a penny or so, and then maybe a C wave for a final wave to the bottom, which would be where corrective wave number 2 finishes up at. But either way, we don't know where corrective wave number 2 is in. This is in a downtrend since the 28th of November right here. So I would err on the side of caution buying into massive rallies. And if you want to look for good entry points, you look for trend reversals. So for example, you guys can see the resistance right here where the project wicked at, right here on the 28th of November, on the same day, 28th of November, then on the 30th of November, a couple days later, you could see a few candle body closes right here above it. And then because it broke below that support right here, it's now going to act as resistance. If we get rejected from this resistance, I would expect a continuation to the downside to form a bottom. And then we see the project consolidate somewhere down below 0.00234. And then if that consolidation takes place, then we look to see a trend reversal and a break of a high, which would be the resistance that it's at right now. Now, if we go to the Pair Explorer right here on solscan.io, we can see right here that there's over 13,000 holders. The current supply is right underneath 1 billion tokens. On DexTools audit, it says there's no issues, it's not mintable, it's not freezable. We can see there's been 3,600 boosts. The community is really pushing this project. If we click on holders right here, you can see that there isn't a single wallet that holds more than 2% of the supply. The top one, is the Radium size to Sol pool, and it holds 3%. You can see the token owner right here holds 2%. So this is actually really good. We don't want to see any one wallet hold more than 10 or 20%. Now, usually when a project like this has a big breakout from massive marketing that the team's doing, getting this published and pushed all over Dex Screener and all across Twitter and in different Telegram groups, when the market cap is sub $10 million, we see these wild price swings. So this is the main zone of resistance that I'm watching right here. Now, you guys can go check it out on Dex Screener. I'll leave a link in the description below to the official project. So, you can check the contract address. There are a lot of fakers out there for a lot of these different projects. So you want to make sure you're checking out the correct one. And then you just go to the right-hand side of the screen. You scroll down here. You can see the contract address. You can copy this contract address where it says size. And then you just simply go to jup.ag, which is Jupiter, and you could use their swap or you can set limit orders as well too. So all you do, is you need a Solana wallet, obviously. So you'd have like a Phantom wallet. Now, if you don't know how to get a Phantom wallet, we cover all that inside of Altcoin Pro University. You just click the link in the description below, go to the community tab at the top left, click on the altcoin pick section in your back office. And then wherever you see the altcoin pick, click read this guide. And then you're just simply going to follow the steps right here in this post that walks you through everything that you need to know. In the right-hand side, you just click connect wallet and it shows you they have Phantom, Solflare. There's Coinbase wallet as well too if you have Solana in there. So you need to have Solana first. And then you simply select this little drop down right here. You paste the contract address and then it's going to pop up. You click it and then you just choose how much Solana you want to swap for it. Now, I did accumulate some of this project and I plan on holding it throughout this bull run because there's some rumors spreading in the Telegram group of some big marketing partnerships that they have, some potential exchange listings. So just like I shared with you guys, Ripple's right here on the XRP ledger around a $16,000 market cap. Well, now this project is at 8.2 million. And when it broke out massive. Of course, we saw big pullbacks along the way up, but that's nearly a 500x for this project. Now, I'm not saying that size is going to do a 500x because the market cap, is at about a $5 million-ish market cap. But on their website, you can see they're verified on Jupiter. They're on Radium as well, too. They're on CoinGecko. They're on CoinMarketCap already. And this project launched all the way back in December of 2023. So it had a very successful launch, had over like $1 million in volume coming quick. And then, of course, after launch, project finds a bottom. They're building all through the 2023-2024 bull run thus far, and they just started implementing their marketing plan just recently in November. So because size is on Solana, if Solana makes a breakout into price discovery and passes the all-time high, we're going to see a lot of eyes and attention shift over from, for example, the XRP ledger, over from SUI, over from the Binance Smart Chain, over from Ethereum, back to Solana, and people are going to be looking for low cap meme coins on Solana sub $100 million, let alone sub $10 million market cap. So as always, do your own due diligence. Very risky. This project could go to zero. Don't go and buy this project just because I am. I just believe in sharing with you guys projects that I see and what I'm allocating a portion of my portfolio to. So if you guys appreciate that, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel so we can give you more alpha, more low cap gems that could go to the moon or they could go to zero. So I just want to give a shout out to Size for sponsoring this video as well too. So definitely add this project to your watch list for this entire bull run, guys. They're reaching out to a lot of different KOLs, so I'd expect to see a lot more marketing on Twitter and YouTube for this project over the next few months. Now, just because they're sponsoring this video doesn't mean that that should influence your decision whatsoever, because all the biggest companies in the world, they have an advertising budget, whether they spend it on paid ads for like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. However they deploy that capital, if a company does that, that's what brings more awareness to a project. That's how Amazon.com became one of the largest e-commerce brands in the world through their Amazon associates, by paying influencers, KOLs, and people like you and me to talk about different products. So I think there's this big stigma in the market right now where people think that if a channel like ours or another channel has a sponsored video on it, they think, oh, stay away from it. When in reality, the way that I see things, when I look at like other channels talking about different projects, I see that actually is a good thing because that shows that the company is very, very smart because they understand how to get the word out there even more. And this is why we're seeing the 24-hour trading volume up over $400,000. And when we click on markets right here, you can see it's only on Radium, Meteora, and then of course Jupiter as well too, but it's just not showing Jupiter. So all through 2023 and early 2024, their team has been networking with some of the brightest minds in the crypto space. And if they get listed on other exchanges, then that just allows more volume to flow into this project. Now, I'm not making any guarantees here. All this information will become public when their team releases it, but I'm expecting to see some massive things here. And if it doesn't do well, then by all means, that's why we have a diversification strategy. So another project on Solana that I'm watching that I added to my portfolio that's not sponsoring this video, I just have a position in this. So I'm going to disclose for you guys like which ones I just have a position in that I purchased with my own money, which ones are sponsored videos. So give this video a like if you like transparency like that, because a lot of different influencers out there, or KOLs or different channels, they're just going to shill you some project. And half the time you don't even know if it's sponsored or not. So that's why we leave a disclaimer in the description of every single video for full disclosure for you guys, so you can make your own educated, informed decisions. So the reason why I've added a position in RZNDE to my portfolio is because this project right here is the official meme coin of Reason Devil. I think that's how you say it, but he has over 60 million people in his community. And they say it's the first YouTube meme token with real utility. If we scroll down here, you can go to their website. I'll leave the deck screener link below. You simply just find that by clicking the link. And then right here on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the website, the Twitter, the Telegram, the market cap, very, very low. So this is high risk, guys. It's at $1.1 million. You can see on launch, this thing went all the way up to 0.002, and currently it's down about 56%. So sure, this project could bleed out even more. But the reason why I have this project on my watch list, and I did accumulate some, all the way back here. So I am down a little bit, but it's because if we go to the website here and we scroll down, this guy right here has over 58.6 million followers, 33 million on YouTube, 15 million on Instagram, 8 million on TikTok, 5 million on Facebook, 3.8 million on Twitter. On top of trading the token for utility, you can also use your RZNDE tokens to vote, have a small say in the creator's main decisions, predict. You can take part in the predictions to earn points and surprise rewards. And there's different perks and raffles that they're going to have. So this is an influencer coin. And a lot of the times we see these influencer coins, do very, very well and then crash and burn. But if we go to their Twitter right here and we scroll down, on November 25th, this was posted by Ape Terminal about the launch of the project. It was a fair launch, and in partnership with Xcademy Official, XCAD Network reposted this right here. And if we translate this, it says, guys, to end Friday happy, there's a video ready to come out on his token soon. It took a little while to organize because he always wants the best for his community, but now it's here and he's so excited. So when that video gets published and where it gets released, we will see. But if you understand anything about crypto, what determines price action on a chart is two things: buying and selling. Now, what determines the amount of buying is how many people see something. So simple logic here. If this guy right here is going to market this project, and he's got 33 million followers on YouTube, 15 million on Instagram, 8 million on TikTok, 5.8 million on Facebook, 3.8 million on Twitter. If he actually markets this, then I don't see why this project doesn't just absolutely explode. It's a $1.1 million market cap. The only thing that I could see for why this project would completely flop is if he abandons it. Now, there is a very real possibility that happens, that he doesn't market it. And if that's the case, then XCAD Network is putting their credibility on the line with their 271,000 followers by supporting this. And we see all these different accounts, posting about it and resharing. But this is from his Twitter page right here, 2.8 million followers. That post that I just shared with you guys. There's 195 likes, 14,000 views, 66 retweets, 35 comments right here. So as always, I want to make this very clear, and I'll zoom into my face here so you can understand the disclaimer here. I do not recommend to buy or sell any cryptocurrencies. You will most likely lose your lunch on these. I'm just telling you where I'm putting my money. So if something goes to zero, understand that I'm losing all my money here. So for people to come at me and blame me, get mad at me, put your grown adult pants on here and understand the risk that is associated with the crypto market, okay? I understand how many people are going to watch this video and just go and randomly ape into a project just because it's mentioned. Do not do that. Do your own due diligence, do your own research, consult your financial advisor, and they'll most likely tell you to stay away from the meme coin market, stay away from crypto market altogether. Now, what you choose to do with their information or with my information is up to you, because you're in charge of your own financial decisions. So with that disclaimer out the way, if he markets this, that just means more people are going to see it. And simple philosophy is more people see it, meme coin do well, us apes make money. Now, what else I like about the project, other than the fact that he's got a lot of influence here, because, we've seen like Kendall Jenner or Caitlyn or Kylie or whatever Jenner that Jenner is. I don't pay attention to them, but their coin flopped. So a lot of influencer coins, most of them go to zero over time. So this would be more of a short-term play here, but look at the liquidity. 100% is locked to 422,000. That's over 40% of the total market cap right here. If we look at the audit on Deck Screener, there's no issues. It's not mintable. It's not freezable. If we scroll down here, we grab the contract address. We go to the Explorer on solscan.io. There is a smaller amount of holders compared to size at only 1,700, but that's just because virtually none of his followers know about it yet, because he hasn't even started marketing. But the current supply is around 1 billion tokens. So for the price to be at 0.001 at a 1 billion token supply, guys, XRPs is at 100 billion with like 50 billion in circulation, and XRP's price is over $2.60 right now. Now, no, this is not going to go to XRP's market cap of $100+ billion. That'd be absolutely ludicrous. But just a 10x for this project would put it a little over a penny. And if we click on holders right here and scroll down, we can see Radium Vault Authority number 2 has 18%. So that's the RZNDE to the XCAD pool. That's not really considered a holder. The next one in line is 3.8%, then 2, then 2. So very similar to size. We're not one holder holds more than like 10 or 20% of the supply. So that's very, very good. If we go to the Telegram right here, and right here, the most recent comment says, is he posting this week? And in quote, and the second piece of news is that the official launch of my token, RZNDE, starts now. My focus is all in on this project, and I'm just going to give you a spoiler. Don't miss this week's stories. So could it happen? Awesome. If it doesn't happen, awesome. Either way, I'm backing up my truck all the way to the bank, grabbing the bags, packing them, stacking them, leaving no bags left behind because I know the spending power of the dollar is just going to keep going down in value. That's a fact based on inflation, blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, cryptocurrency, specifically meme coins in the crypto market have been going absolutely parabolic. And if you missed out on the run for XRP or Bitcoin or other large cap projects, there's going to be plenty of opportunities the rest of this bull run, most of which we're going to be posting inside of Altcoin Pro University, where you get to see everything first before we make any YouTube videos, post in our Telegram, or send to our email list of 50,000 investors. For example, our research team posted GOAT on the 13th of October of 2024 when it was right at a penny, and since then it rallied to over $1 and is currently still up over 5,000%. That's like turning $1,000 into over $50,000. Our team called Pendle at only a $16 million market cap, or 16 cents, back on February 18th of 2023, all the way back here, and since then it's rallied up over 4,000%. That's a 40x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $40,000. Our team also called BitTensor Tau September 15th, 2022, before the token was ever even launched. And since then, Tau has rallied over 2,000%. That's a 20x. Our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000. And the bull run is just getting started. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called Sui, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University through the link below. And although we make no guarantees because crypto is definitely risky, guys, this is only $97 a month or $970 a year. If you want to save $194, getting 2 months for free and unlock some exclusive bonuses, just go through the link in the description below, get in right now, watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers to help you become the first millionaire in your family tree. If that's a goal of yours, our goal is to help 1,000 members set their portfolio up for life this month. And you can get started through the link in the description below right now, or you can go to bullrunners.com to take advantage of the bonuses we're giving you before they expire. We have about 200 members right now, and we literally just launched like less than 5 days ago at the time of making this video. Everyone is loving the community. They're loving the education. They're getting access to real-time altcoin picks first before we ever make videos about them. So click the link in the description below, watch the video, and I'll see you on the inside.
Hey bull runners, this is super time sensitive, especially if you're looking to stack more crypto before the bull run is over. Did you know that Visa and Mastercard lost a $5.5 billion class action lawsuit for imposing unfair fees on merchants and business owners? So if you own a business, or if you know any business owners that process payments with Visa or Mastercard between 2004 and 2019, that's 15 years, you could actually be owed a refund of 1 to 1.5% of your total revenue from that period. That's a lot of money. For example, this business that generated $1.6 million in credit card revenue during those years is getting back $28,000. This business that generated over $7 million is getting back $93,000. And this business that generated over $20 million during those years is getting back over $320,000. That's money they didn't even know was on the table. And all they did was fill out a form through the link below this video. It literally takes less than a minute to see if you qualify, but you don't want to wait too long because the deadline to file is February 4th, 2025. So the sooner that you fill out the form below, the sooner that you can reclaim what's rightfully yours. Plus, if you don't have a business, you can actually earn 3% by referring businesses that do qualify by creating your affiliate account through the link below. So this is a no-brainer way to get money back in your pocket to use for your business, or if you want to use it for crypto or other assets to invest in, you can do that. So click the link below. Let's get you paid.